Friends, in this episode, I want to share with you why many more people who have temporary protected status might be eligible to obtain residency status, aka the green card. So stay tuned all the way to the end of the show to see if you could be eligible. Friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting, and we're here to solve your immigration problem. Now, what I've just mentioned, new policy, a new USCIS policy change just dropped on July 1st. So just less than a week ago. I'm going to share my screen here. It has rescinded matter of ZRZC. So this is a case from, I believe, the year 2020. It did not start the year 2020, but the President Trump administration had included it in their benefit, in Trump's benefit, in that sense. The reason why there's changes back and forth is because under the Trump administration, of course, they're trying to find ways, any way possible, literally any way possible, to prevent people from becoming a resident of the United States, and then therefore eventually preventing people from becoming a citizen, a naturalized citizen of the United States. In general, there's different regions of the countries. We call it circuit courts across the country where they recognized that temporary protected status could be considered admission into the United States. And what we call it is inspected and admitted. That is required as a general requirement to be able to obtain residency status. Now, there are some exceptions to where if you have entered the United States without inspection, meaning some people refer to it as illegally, right? Without any kind of visa, some people are still able to obtain residency status. Okay. So we have other videos about that. And so we'll share the link up here. But here's the deal. In the past several years, people are wondering, well, okay, I live in Florida or I live in California. Am I eligible for TPS because I have advanced parole? They had actually traveled, physically traveled outside the United States based on that advanced parole. And so, depending on where they live, they were not either not able to apply for anyone can apply for adjustment status application, the 485, but it's whether that person is eligible to obtain it. So I know it's very strange across the country, the United States. The law should be applied the same because immigration law is a federal law. So you would think, okay, if you live in California or Florida, it should be the same. It wasn't that case. So now what the USCIS has done, okay, with the Department of Homeland Security, really provide strength to any future argument that conservatives may have if they file another lawsuit about this, is that they really went in depth in this policy change. In fact, I'm looking at it now. It's 46 pages long. If you like a copy of it, our team is happy to email it to you or share a link because this is quite interesting. So at the end of the day, this specific case that DHS revoked, was matter of ZRZC. So what that was trying to say is saying that exactly that. If you as a TPS holder had advanced parole, and so if people are not familiar with advanced parole, that's basically you can call it permission to attempt to get into America without any issues. Okay, it's not necessarily permission to leave America because of course anyone can leave, no one's going to stop you, but it's really about the ability to come back into America. They really went in depth on this. In addition to that, there was a Supreme Court case just last year that ruled TPS by itself is not admission. Okay, so that is an interesting argument or interesting ruling by the Supreme Court because it did not go into detail about why, into the question of whether advanced parole specifically based on TPS, if that is admission into the United States. So it didn't go in extra detail. So that's a great thing, and that allowed leeway for the Department of Homeland Security to take further action to help you, especially, of course, if you have TPS. And so, even if you don't have advanced parole now and you haven't applied for it, let me share how you can do that. Okay. Here it is. This is the application for a travel document. So, what this policy said is that they're going to change, from what I could understand, They're not just going to provide you a typical advanced parole document, meaning a card, okay, and of course, an approval letter. They're going to create as like a different category based on you having TPS. So that is going to what they believe is going to provide you more strength in case the Supreme Court or any other federal court tries to revoke your status based on this. Okay. So this is the webpage on the uscs.gov website on where you can apply for advanced parole. So they don't call it advanced parole up here. They call it application for travel document. But if you scroll right here, alert beginning July 1st, 2022, USCIS will issue a new travel authorization document to TPS beneficiaries. Okay, so they're calling it something different, the Form I-512T, specific for y'all, TPS holders, okay? Here it is. I thought I was sharing my screen earlier, but here it is. Yeah, they call it advanced application for a travel document. And it goes down here on specifically providing you a separate card, essentially. They say form here, but it's really a card, 8.5 by 11 approval notice. And so they say they're not going to provide you any more of a advanced parole in general. Okay, they're going to provide you a very specific document based on a form pending 821. That is for TPS holders. That's $575. Does not require a biometrics fee. So that's great. But what I would do first is apply for TPS if you don't have it already. For example, some countries just got designated this year, right? Ukraine, Cameroon, Afghanistan, and South Sudan. Okay, so typically it's for 18 months, but I want to give you an example. I just clicked on Cameroon, and they have a registration period that's open until December 2023. So I know it might sound strange because it does look like a significant amount of time registration period is open, but typically, this is what happens. People forget to apply, right? So that's one reason to hire a law firm. Obviously, it doesn't have to be us. I'm just here to share this information because we've had some people call us, maybe from a national of El Salvador or Honduras or even Haiti, and they missed the window period for registration. And typically, when you miss the registration period, you can't apply for it for the future time because you have to apply in that window period. So it's very important, friends, to take a look at that. And even you have to show physical presence since a certain time period. Depending on the country, it has a different time period when you have to show physical presence. Okay. Typically, it doesn't always have to be, but you have to show physical presence, which is the same date as the TPS designation date. Okay. So again, please don't take for granted this time period, even though you have Cameroon, for example, has until December 2023 to apply for the first time. Because so what you want to do next, okay, let's say you have TPS now, or you're applying now, you're about to get it. I know, for example, those that applied through for Venezuela, they've been waiting a long time. So hang in there. But after you get that approval notice, okay, then go ahead and apply for, I don't want to call it advanced parole anymore, but the travel document. Okay, the form 512 is what they're going to produce it as, the card, but the application is the I-131. Okay. So when you get that, of course, just traveling by itself and coming back in and out doesn't mean that you're eligible for a green card only. Of course, it depends if you have a family relationship, for example, or possibly even through employment base, you're getting sponsored by a company. That might be possible. So give us a call if you have any questions about it. If you have time, you can fill out our intake form down below. It's a really on our website, greencardguys.com/contact us. But if you do give us a call during the weekday, any of our CARES team members will walk you through to see if you're qualified for a free 15-minute preliminary discussion. And we actually do offer that for those that are showing some love. So speaking of love, smash the like button if you enjoy the content. We're just here spending time to share free information that, yes, you probably could research it on your own, but we really want to share the highlights of why this is beneficial to a lot of TPS holders, if not everyone. So really consider spending that money for this new travel document if you're eligible for adjustment of status. So now, you might also ask, well, should I travel now or Should I travel later? In my opinion, JT's take, in case Republicans or conservatives file a lawsuit and somehow get this stopped again, I really would consider applying for it now because typically it's only valid for 1 year. Okay, in general, and then you have to reapply again. So if you have the ability and the financial ability to pay for that, I believe it was $575 for application fee, and you've been considering traveling anyway and finally, able to do that. I know it's tough for some families during a pandemic, but if you're eligible for a family-based application, absolutely consider applying for this. Okay. So, anyways, we have the secret code. All right, let me share it with you. It is right here. Okay, we also sharing our benefits of hiring our team, but it's on the bottom left corner, green card guys. You could have guessed it, but share that with our cares team when you give us a call, or you can schedule on our website and share that code, and then you can access that free 15 minutes. So, friends, something I want to share with you also is that we do have a Facebook group. So we do share information there. We have certain team members that are focusing on sharing more information with you, some more tips that would normally not be on this channel. Okay, if you know anyone that is has an immigration question or concern, please share this video or share our channel. We greatly appreciate it. And also, I bit the bullet. I have a TikTok account now. Can't believe I did it, but we share tips on there as well. I know most people think of lawyers as boring and just a little rigid. So let me know what you think about my creativity in the comments, and I greatly appreciate it. And friends, until next time, please stay safe.